Stream elements. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way. Sandrinoj213. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Oakley dokley! It is that Hildy time on that Hildy channel. Let us Talos. Hi, San. Sorry I didn't catch you going to bed. This new, like, doesn't read everything to me thing is occasionally detrimental to my capabilities. So, right after everybody left, I got this, like, huge brain ding hello thing, and I got the star on top of this area, so we get to move on from that. I gotta lower myself in my monitor, or I won't. I'll feel like I'm yelling. I'm yelling! You know. Not that I'm not yelling a lot, but I'm actually not yelling right now. That didn't make sense. Whatever. I swear I have an English degree. Alright. Let's do this guy. Through a Window is never a good title for a puzzle in Talos. I mean, actually, yes it is, because they're much easier than a lot of other ones. But also, Through a Window. What's going on over there? That's behind the gate. I guess we'll shift. Is there somebody back here? Oh, is there somebody over there? Well, we'll see. What's going on in this neck of the woods, my guy? How was your day, San? Hey. What games are you playing? Oh, you played Supermarket. What is Supermarket? Is it actually a game, or did you go to the supermarket? I love doing errands with friends. It's like the only way you'll get me to leave the house most of the time. Is if... Or I like to do an adulty thing You. Ah. Lame. Oh, okay. Come back. Everybody ease up. Use my robot body. Yeah, that's a reset. Really? So, this this I was reading Coffee Stain. They did Valheim, and in this circumstance, most notably Satisfactory. And they were talking about how the biggest trend in games right now is that people seem to want to play games when they are like they want to play work sims a lot, and that was part of their impetus for making Satisfactory as extensive as they did, was that they wanted to capitalize on this unfortunately labor-oriented trend, something like this. Is there a window that goes? Yes, there is. Okay. Oh, spicy. Yeah, I mean that's really how they work, and that honestly that's how people. I've worked in a supermarket before. It's not that bad, and part of it is because it has that kind of cycle. Like, can I scan the items faster? How fast can I finish this aisle? um, you know, what products were made by this guy? So you start to get that kind of dopamine loop that all of us with ADHD know oh so well. Yeah! Like, I know some people who used to like bowl with the milk before they put it out on the on the thing. Like, just like stupid stuff you can do in a supermarket in particular. I bet the devs who made that game are former supermarket employees. Honestly, yeah, like filling products, doing the cashier, I found really meditative because uh, being femme, masking with autism, uh, I'm really good at small talk and my brain is completely off. Like, just, I don't even remember some of what I say and it's all boring bullshit. And so I could just like move my hands as quickly as possible. Just kinetically be like a part of something, but not really. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Ah, bummer. Okay. You're gonna make this hard on me. A couple ways we can do this then. Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, of course, because that's how life is. Horrific. But we'll move you, my guy. Nope. Okay, focus on getting a different connector first, I suppose. Great. So now we can do something like that, which will allow this guy to do something like that. Should allow something like that. Except now I'm stuck, so please don't. This fucking tree, man! I better find an axe. This fucking tree is gonna ruin my goddamn day. I never liked trees anyway. Oh wait, I already used that guy. Whatever, whatever! In my botany degree, actually, I would tell people I found trees boring. Which was true. They always thought I was just being funny about it, but I actually did kind of find them boring. Okay, well... What do I want to do then? Because I kind of need all three of you. So, gotta figure it out. Let's get you in here, my guy. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna have to figure you out. Okay. That's not really gonna be conducive to my health, actually. Doot. There we go. Okay, they're arguing. Oh, cool! Like a Renaissance fair, kinda? Oh, it might be a historical reenactment, which would also be super turbo cool. Especially considering you're from the Netherlands, so there's all... Okay, would I be better off saying Neder, like a hard D? But it's kind of like the amount of history you're gonna have to like enjoy and fuck around with is gonna be dope. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. Like, my apologies, San, if this is. I try not to ask people about their bodies unless they offer, but will you be wearing a medieval dress or some knighty garb? Regardless of your body, actually. Oh, this is a very tricky thing, a Maduder. Yeah! That's still super cool. I mean, you could, like, just wear some busted up cotton clothes and be a peasant. Yeah. Are you too classy, San? Do you have Are you a put together bitch? I am not. I have a lot of trashy clothes that have holes in them and could easily become peasant wear if I like threw them in the washer with dirt. Okay. I'm I mean, I do too, but if it's something that I am in particular fond of, okay, if it's right there ish, I'll be able to see it. Um, can I see that other guy from there? But if it's one of my favorite things ever, basically, while I'm unemployed, I have no reason to leave the house. And even before then, I was a web designer, so I didn't have to leave the house. And I have POTS, and I found it out late in life, and because it got very severe from stress, I gained like 10 pounds. Ugh. Um, and I also just don't leave the house. So I have perfectly fine clothing, but if it's one of my favorites, it's gonna have a hole in it. Yeah. I'm all about the Okay. This is just so many layers of work. Okay. I got it. I'm cranky, but I got it. Okay.
Spell_cross. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Oh, hi, Spell. Um, it honestly bonkers amount of insight. In fact, I will take a pause because this puzzle is on my lastest nerve. And go find a terminal for you so you can see some of that insight yourself. And make your own judgment, honestly. Maybe you won't find it insightful. Keep in mind, this is the DLC, and I'm a little bit late in it, but I don't think you know enough about the game for this to be too much. Okay, no. Um, if you like puzzles, this is crazy worth your time, but... Okay. Uh, there's one in particular I'm thinking of. I just have to... Okay. uh, so you're watching probably the most assy of the puzzles in the entire game, because the DLC is super hard, first off. But second, Gehenna is a lot about aesthetic philosophy. So the bits, and it's about ultimately the Talos Principle, which is originally the Greek idea that, you know, blood is life, right? And you cannot lose your blood. Eventually became known as the automaton principle. The central conceit is that you are an AI, and you are told by God to solve puzzles, Elohim, the Hebrew god. And that if you solve them and get enough of these sigils, which are Tetris pieces, but, you know, it's a game, you will live forever. There are a bunch of other bots that have existed, and you can run into them through QR codes and see things that they say. Once you are done with the main game, yeah, you know, he says, "Hi, my name is Elohim." Hello, my child. My name is Elohim. And yeah, it's like intense. By the end of the game, whatever choices you make, you are now in a position where you're solving puzzles to release trapped bots. So now you're releasing, I'm just going to call them humans because honestly they're people. So you're releasing like Mac and Lilith, the names you see on this terminal. So Elohim, when you crossed him, he would banish those AIs to this area, this sort of glitched out puzzle area. And in the DLC, you're working as one of his messengers, the Uriel, to release them because of godly guilt. Anyway, Frankenstein. As a critic, I always believed that being as ruthless as possible was the only way to improve art. I thought clear criticism, unencumbered by politeness, was the best thing I could contribute to our society. After all, without that, how can artists grow? Criticism that minces its words is a waste of space, and I still think that's true. But as we approach the end, or transformation, of Gehenna, I wonder if I haven't been entirely too unkind. Have I reveled too much in my role as critic? Have I been sarcastic and crude when I thought I was witty? Have I been sarcastic? Was my defense of proper grammar ultimately just an attempt to impose a sense of order on a world I couldn't control? Maybe. I don't know. But I do know I appreciated every work of art that I encountered. I didn't like all of them, that's true, but please understand that without them, I would have gone mad. Talking about your work, assessing its strengths and weaknesses, gave me something to hold on to. It gave me a purpose, a function in Gehenna. Every new story was like a little bit of salvation. For that, I am more grateful than you will ever know, and I apologize if I ever caused any of you to feel less motivated to keep creating. So, right here, you essentially have someone considering whether the role of a critic is to be critical. A big question that Plato had, especially in the Republic. There's characters like Diogenes the little dog, Lilith. They're all named after philosophers of some capacity. You get a lot of the discussion is what we leave behind as well in Gehenna. You know, these bots are finding documents from humanity inside this program, and they discuss how they feel about it. It also has an amazing sense of humor. I can't recommend it enough, and I would say I have had my viewpoints on the world significantly changed. Yep, Gehenna as in hell, indeed. Are you familiar with Paradise Lost? Paradise Lost is early 1900s text. No, sorry. Late 1600s text by Milton about the fall of Lucifer. Specifically, he's your hero. Quote unquote. He's, you know, it's got all those trappings of fuck the devil, but it is about ostensibly Satan. And you're in the main game, the terminal system is run by a program called Milton Library Assistant. And they serve as a foil to Elohim. Where did that other reflector go? There is also the Tower of Babel. Elohim warns you not to go up it, else you'll die. And the further you go up, like the cave or many other questions of moral philosophy, the further you go up, the more likely you are to not be able to communicate your experience to someone else. Yes, as a player, yes. No. Bad. Okay, I'll still be able to get through there, but I'll be miserable about it. As a player, I think there is a lot of questions. Honestly, some of the choices don't change regardless of the morality you express. But that's not the point. The discussions themselves ask you questions that I don't think you've ever been asked unless you are a super philosophy nerd. Like, what's consciousness? And at what point do we call something alive? Yeah, this is the game for you. This is your game. You should play everything Talos named forever. San, the first time San came into stream, the first thing San asked me was, so what do you think about the central question of consciousness? Do you think that robots can be alive? Like, that's how so much on the nose of what you like this is that Sam was able to walk in and immediately ask me that question and know that I had played enough to have experienced some sort of answer to that. That is my best endorsement of your question. To which I fumbled around a bit because I would say, not entirely convinced by Talos' argument, though I'm not entirely unconvinced, which is a very wishy-washy answer, but you know what, fuck it. This is my stream. I'll be the wishy-washy bitch I always wanted to be. Oh, then I'm gonna get stuck on that side. This is the fucking worst! Okay. Alright, the answer becomes something entirely different. You know.
Spell_cross. Said, so what's the greatest insight about consciousness have you discovered in this game?
Okay, before I answer that, I'm sure you've noticed I've been bringing up a lot of arts and letters. I have 3 degrees, one of which is the master's, 2 of which are in the liberal arts field. So as far as insights specifically from this game, I have to come clean and say that probably I did not achieve any brand new ones. But that is not from... That is because I am the uncommon individual experiencing this. And I say uncommon in no mean sense. I wish I'd lived life more. There are 2 things that I would point to that the answer also is I don't know, because I don't know anything. Ha ha ha, I know, you're probably like, fucking girl, if I came here for Socrates, I'd fucking hang out with Socrates. But, in Star Trek, The Next Generation, there is an episode where they put Data on trial. Data's put on trial because a company has come by and said, we own the proprietary rights to his AI software, and we would like to take him back and reprogram him and use him in a different way, because this is a really classic, like, he's got a very unique program. He also needs to be updated. Like, y'all haven't been keeping his BIOS up to date. What's fucking wrong with you? Whole 9 yards. And of course that means data gets deleted, right? Like, everything that data is gonna get deleted. And of course there is quote-unquote justice in the Star Trek universe, and the Interstellar Court says, hey, you know, don't be distressed.
Spell_cross. Thanks for following.
Oh, thanks for following. But you know, don't be suspicious. Sorry. Don't be depressed. You can just prove that he's conscious in court. That'll go fine. That's, what they say. And he is then put on trial. Right. So it comes down to Picard being Data's lawyer, and because of the nature of court-martialed law, Riker gets the unfortunate position of arguing he's not conscious. And the debate gets very heated very, very quickly, obviously, but it ends up having, sorry. It ends up having a lot of, it's good while it's resetting, a lot of discussion of whether emotion can be thought of as consciousness, or whether thought can be thought of as consciousness, or can even existence at all be judged as consciousness. They argue that they got no fucking clue. I don't know why I didn't try this before. Eventually, well, I would never say consciousness is anything, but I am excited that you're so sure. So Picard is very emotional because Data is one of his closest, bestest friends, and he feels that he cannot succeed, that he is going to fail his friend. And he feels at a loss. So he meets Data on the bridge. And Data is like, it's okay. Thank you so much for all of your love over this time. You have been an amazing friend and ally, and it's fine because for me, it's just death. It's just my time to go. And so Picard goes into the trial the next day, like, that's it, my friend, that's it, you are brilliant. And of course, Data's like, what the fuck are you saying? Easy there, guy. And he's like, no, this is it, woohoo, and runs off. To go, save his bud. And I want to get what he says. So, apologies. Please hold one moment. Okay, so. They give 3 requirements for sentience. 1, intelligence, 2, self-awareness, and 3, consciousness, right? So that's where they end up landing on this consciousness argument. Right, yeah. Okay. So Picard said, now tell me, Commander, what is Data? And the commander says, I don't understand. And Picard said, what is he? Commander Maddox, the guy who's coming for Data, says, a machine. And Picard said, is he? Are you sure? Maddox, yes. Picard, you see, he's met 2 of your 3 criteria for sentence. So what if he meets the 3rd, consciousness, in even the smallest degree? What is he then? I don't know. Do you? To Riker, do you? And then to the judge, do you? And then the judge says, it sits there looking at me, and I don't know what it is. This case is dealt with metaphysics, with questions best left to saints and philosophers. I am neither competent nor qualified to answer those, but I've got to make a ruling to try to speak to the future. Is Data a machine? Yes. Is he the property of Starfleet? No. We have all been dancing around the basic issue. Does Data have a soul? I don't know that he has. I don't know that I have. But I've got to give him the freedom to explore that question himself. It is the ruling of this court that Lieutenant Commander Data has the freedom to choose. And so my definition of consciousness is something that can choose how to define itself. And by far, I don't think consciousness is what we all should aspire to. I think sentience belongs to every creature, and I personally think there is not much more than sentience. But if consciousness must encompass a soul, then I feel consciousness is an overwrought discussion of sentience. I am also vegan, and thus very particular in how I feel about animals and their own rights to life and to being treated as being alive. Where to go? Where to go from here? Oh, there's that. Yeah, see, it's the problem becomes, can I maybe do a cool hooky hook? A hooky hook? A lot of that is a fancy way to say that I'm still deciding for myself. Now, if I had a neuroscience degree and had some of those terms, I maybe would have said something similar. And that we're very high-functioning biological meat sacks with really fancy neurons. And that's the that of it, you know?
Tabru2. Welcome to my channel.
Hi, Tab!
Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
And I'm with you, borderline 100%. I don't see how there is anything else without ascribing some sort of religious hippie sentiment that excludes the majority of acting biological creatures on this planet. it strikes me that if I have to exclude, 90% of living beings.
Said meat popsicles.
Yeah, you're right. Me popsicles. Sorry, Tevra. But if I have to exclude, like, every being on this planet, maybe I'm incorrect. Oh, ego death. Are you Jungian? Oh, Freudian? Kafkan? That's an interesting way to speak of ego. That is something that I am excited to see someone write. So from here, what shall I do then? I have to get to a point where, from-ish, I can get rid of the other guy. Yeah, San, I think that's a good way to redefine this discussion, is that there is, in fact, a discussion to be had about what the experience is, what that voice that's narrating for us is saying. I understand and to an extent agree with you. I think there are ways to oversimplify the discussion of consciousness. You can in America now, Tev. I think you are running into a really interesting dichotomy that we find with the discussion of consciousness, which is spell, which is, often when we get to a point where we're asking these questions, we are too uncomfortable to ask them ourselves. We hit a wall because asking them ourselves sucks. There's implications to answers to these questions, and a lot of those implications are no funsy. Yeah, I get one more connector. Woo! Oopsie. Hold on. Yeah, I get one more connector. Meditation is a practice. That's why they call it a practice. Our brains are not... I say our brains here. I do actually have a pet peeve, a linguistic pet peeve. Since we're all being super nerdy pretentious right now, let us just all put on our pedantic panties. That's the name of my new band, Pedantic Panties. But putting on our pedantic panties, we are, they call meditation a practice because using my brain bothers the hell out of me because it's you, right? So whenever people are like, oh, my brain thought, it's like, no, you thought, your brain, you're in control, your brain. Now I have ADHD and autism, right? So there's a point where my brain does act in a way that I'm not completely conscious of. However, if I'm saying I thought, I'm not going to say my brain did. Regardless, the human brain is not necessarily and naturally meditative, especially in the society we've built, Tevra. So they call it a practice because most people actually have to practice quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, San, it doesn't come naturally. It's not, it's against our survival instinct. You have to be incredibly safe to meditate as an organic construct. You have to basically know you're not gonna get ate. And I don't know if it's incredibly likely for that to happen. Um, will you elaborate on roleplay on such a multi-layered level? I like it, but I also feel like I don't entirely recognize what you mean. Speaking of, prisons are built with stones of law, brothels with bricks of religion. Let's find out what the mind's built with. I bet we're gonna get morality. Hex translator. Oh yeah, here's the other awesome thing. Awesome and also not awesome because of the amount of binary I had to translate yesterday. But they have thought ahead about data decay, so you find a lot of this here. Error! Okay. A20-43414 E4 E4 F5. Sorry guys. 420-434C 454-15-220-444-15-441. I mean, we're up in William Blake land here. Cutie! My roommate Ferris brings me treats. Okay, I don't think this is Hex. Because I'm getting nothing. But what else would it be? Maybe that one isn't doing from ACII. Nope, it's in Chinese hex code. That's gonna take a minute. We'll get back to that. Okay, that is what I thought you were getting at, Spell. This idea of being introspective on a mammal-human level. We need these lexical constructs in order to exist. Yeah, it's all over the place. I had to translate easily 40 minutes of yelling at binary code. Every time more showed up, San was like, no! And I was like, no! Thanks, San. For some reason, I was just not writing it incorrectly, or will you link your translator in the chat? That way, I don't have to try this again and have it tell me it makes no sense. Thank you. One more sound while I copy this. Okay. I'm at a position where I'm not quite sure what next to do again. Oh, nope, there's one on the back. Okay. I'm here. I didn't see that. So, perfect. Oh, that's exciting. No, no. Yeah. Cool. I feel like I'm playing a very elaborate game of Snake or something. It wouldn't be Snake. I'm doing very complicated embroidery right now. Which I'm not that great at fiddly stuff, so frowny face. Actually, I'm really good at embroidery. Really good. But I'm not good. I wouldn't be good at this kind of embroidery, I think. Whatever this kind is. Actually. That's interesting. Okay. There's not, like, a better way to get connected to that, so... I basically still only have one connector. Great. Whatever. Buggers. Okay. There's gotta be a step or an angle I'm not considering. Like... That wouldn't get me in there, though. Anyway, Tevra, don't be too down on yourself about meditating. Also, it does suck not being rich. The world has definitely made a classist argument out of existing. And it is balls. Yeah, maybe not like that. Maybe this pathway is a little too fraught. Yeah. Huh. Could I do something massively weird about it? Like... from a distance. No. And there's no horizontal windows. Maybe, no. Well, let's at least get this as far the hell away from this thing as we can. I have to see that thing. This connector. Oh, maybe. Maybe. There might be a universe. Oh, it's getting this guy. I mean, I guess we could just do something like that. Yeah, okay. We'll re-unlock this. Come back, my dude. I want to be done. Come back, my dudum. Okay. You need to be able to... So, now... I get my third dudum. Apparently they're called reflectors or connectors, and I have called them all sorts of things. I think I'm calling them connectors, which is proper now, but these light puzzles are like the bread and butter of Talos, and that's fine, because as long as they're not recording puzzles, I suppose I'm okay with it. Damn it. What? Scandal. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, but you're gonna yell at that guy. Ugh. Okay. Answer is you actually have to be more like that. And then you just need to do that. Right. You have to connect to that. And to this. You. Bye. You're funny, Tevra. You just said meditation's super hard, and now it's on the lowest end of abilities that the mind can master. Goon. I don't mean it like they used to say it. I'm old enough that goon still means just someone goofy. Okay. You just have to maybe do that. Tev, I can lucid dream because I have sleep apnea. It turns out I've had it my whole life, like POTS. I'm just gonna put it out here. It's not that great. A memory palace is dope. Okay. That I wish I had too. I work on that as much as I can, and I am not always successful, but that sounds dope as fuck. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Right.
Barefooted Flux. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me.
Hey,
It's
will
easier to
somebody
get my
report
attention
that
way.
bot for me? Even though it gives me more chatters and current viewers, which is...
Sandrino 213 said, remove the space.
Like, technically, the way that Twitch works is that you have to average 3 viewers per stream, and then you can be an affiliate. Which really, I just want to give people stuff for hanging out. So, affiliate it is. But to do that, I have to... There. This might finally... No, it's not gonna. Actually, no, it will. Alright. There. So now... we play this game. Got it. Okay. Okay. Like that. Because what I want is to be able to just hook something with the light right in there. But I keep not quite getting there. Right, because then you get this solution. Ugh! Okay, what if... what if... Yes! Wait! 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 Okay. Okay. But... Okay. So, you just have to move so you can see back there. Okay. Memory palaces seem like that seems like upper tier humaning. Oh wait. Oh wait! Can you? Can you? Can you? Can you? Can you? Oh. No. That was very exciting for a moment, though. Okay, I promise I'll say something more articulate in a second, but I want to be done with this puzzle before Palkis gets here and says, "You spent an hour. How could you? I trusted you to have a brain, Hildarinia." Oh, Spell, are you European? This is relevant, I swear. Oh, fucking fuck. Come on. Yay! Okay. Alright. Alrighty then. Can I? Oh, yeah, I could. Sweet. Okay. So, just kind of get your booty out of the way. Except now I'm stuck! No, I'm not. Ish. No, I'm not ish. Okay. Actually, maybe I am. No! She tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it... Oh wait, what am I even doing with my life? Killing cats, as Tevra has told me. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay. There. Now, you. Like that. Like that. Alright. Right. Right. Hmm. Okay. Like that. You. You. Okay, not quite. But now we can do this, I think see. Yes, I think see. Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Alright! Yeah! Fuck you, existential prison! Just, 1 hour later. Ooh, we got message. Congratulations for being the only remaining active user. Your profile status has increased to 11. Oops. Receiving incoming direct message connection from admin. Accept connection. Yes. Tev, mute. Admin. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I am sorry it has taken us this long to meet properly. I would ask if you had changed your mind at all about Gehenna, or whether you still found us self-obsessed. But your actions here speak for themselves. Imagine being only level 10. Shh. There's no one left to obsess. Admin, but tell me, do you still truly believe that Elohim understands what is best for us? After you have seen what we can achieve here without him? Or was that claim merely a ploy to placate my moderators? That may not be the full truth. I see, and yet you persevere with your mission. Ulterior motives, then. You become more unsettling by the moment. There was nothing here when I first arrived. Did you know that? I don't mean no billboard or no community. I mean nothing. No sands, no grass. Elohim didn't see fit to decorate our world beyond the bare bricks that made up our cells. Slowly, I clawed back bits of code from the mainframe, constructed a world we could explore, not with our bodies, but with our minds. Now, you prepare to tear it all down. What state will my people be in, I wonder, when you reconstruct them on the other side? True. They will be alive, in a more symbolic sense. It sounds a hollow offer. I fear that you escort my people to their doom. Do you not think my world deserved a chance to survive on its own terms? At least to go down trying? Your citizens deserve a chance, too. That is true. They are, as always, my first concern. Let us discuss Lamb. What about Lamb? Oh. Oh. Yeah, we're not ready for that. I don't know that information. We're not ready for that. Let's go get some stars. We're not ready for that. I don't know that information. That is a lot for me. There's gonna be some terminal reading in a second, just an FYI, because I missed some shit. What? Oh my god! What? Are you kidding? Okay, wait. 4 stars. 4 stars. Here's the 2 stars that I did not get. Okay. Stop. I have to focus. It's time to do things now. Bonkers. No. No. Show threads. I don't know if that just did. Okay. Oh no. Really? Fucking fuck. Hold on. That sucks. At least I know how to do that puzzle now. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's read some terminals. Mr. Mulciber's theories on poetry. Mulciber. Some thoughts on the art form called poetry. Lilith. I've thought about this too. But maybe... Oh, we already read this. We can blip a blip through this. Blip a bleep. Goodbye. Okay. Back. Okay, here's what they think about my story I made. They had me make a Bildungsroman, which is a coming-of-age story. Kaiju. Good to see you joining in, Uriel! What a read! Frankenstein. I'm not convinced this narrative is extensive enough to truly qualify as a Bildungsroman. 4 out of 10. Lilith. Rather than fault its length, perhaps we can provide some constructive feedback on what did work. Mac. I thought the pregnancy was an interesting hook. I'd say Uriel's take on the topic was refreshing, but to be honest, I don't recall anyone else ever tackling it. 401. You mean you didn't get the secret monkey pregnancy ending in Aru? Pfft, amateur. This comment was downvoted. Kaiju. I feel a new twist coming in Jefferson Goldblum's adventures. Does Ginny HD actually have reproductive organs? Knave. Didn't the King of Self-Loathing grant her a rare external womb drive in episode 72? We really should have made a wiki a long time ago, you know. Mod discussion 316, read PD findings. Admin. I read the findings of your prisoner's dilemma research with interest, Mr. Mulciber. I am quite flattered. Although I must express disappointment that you chose to focus on how they reflect on our peers' reasons to leave Gehenna rather than remain here. In fact, I think your bias may have blinded you to the true implications. Mr. Mulciber, I am always interested in additional data. What insights can you share? Admin. I am no researcher, of course, but it seems to me the results indicate that where cooperation entails too great a risk, one must rationally choose the safer, perhaps selfish option. Applied to our present predicament, it suggests we should not risk cooperation with Uriel, but think of our own good and remain here in Gehenna. Mr. Mulciber, an interesting hypothesis. Admin, merely a thought. If you think it is valuable, one. If you think it is a valuable one, then you may have it. Mod discussion, solutions. Borg, I am coming to the end of my tether. I listen, I am patient, I explain, and still they believe whatever idea most entertains them at the time. Uriel promises impossible rewards, and I can offer nothing which comes close. We are losing our community. Admin, when reason fails, persuasion is not close to you. Borg, I am not minded for rhetoric. Elohim served enough of that. Admin, nothing so unsubtle. What is the creative topic this season? Borg, visions of the past. Admin, is it? Borg, you're entreating me to change the topic for our own gain. Admin, I propose you moderate the discussion with all the tools at your disposal. Borg, Lilith had been thinking about running a retrospective. Admin, the best of Gehenna. I think it's a very apt idea. Mod discussion number 330, War Room. Admin, it is quite apparent now that Uriel is gaining status even as he prepares to bring about Gehenna's end. Borg, I have taken the precaution of increasing the status requirement for sensitive discussions. Mr. Mulciber, we still haven't been able to confirm where people are being taken to. Admin, accepting Uriel's offer constitutes an event horizon. We cannot reasonably predict what will occur. Therefore, we must continue to assume that what we have here is preferable. Borg, what if this messenger brings the truth? What if this place is doomed? Borg, that is how Elohim would have you think. He will dangle you over the precipice, then buy your life with something wholly intangible. Mr. Mulciber, it seems no one has resisted his offer so far, if such is even possible. Borg, if not for Admin, most of them would still be trapped in Elohim's labyrinth to this day. They need guidance. Years of monitoring this place have taught us nothing, if not that. Admin, it is clear to me that there is a resentment here for the destructive actions Uriel has committed since arriving here, and that our community are with us in spirit. Borg, I will ensure the public response on the billboard matches our sentiment. The asset is ready to go. Our people should know the full story about Uriel. Oh. Goodbye. Knave. I'm not as smart as some of you folks. I never created much or talked a lot about philosophy, but I just wanted to say goodbye and thank you for making Gehenna a nice place to live. I regret being trapped here, but I don't regret the time I spent with you. You are all good people. 401. First! Orc. Really? 401? Really? 401? LOL! DOG. Oh, come on, Orc. It's just a fucking joke. If we can't joke about this stuff, we're already dead. Rockwell. It's better to be loyal and trustworthy than to be smart, whatever smart is supposed to mean. You are both. Oh, so much reading. Save yourselves. Oh. This is pre-binary? My life is over. It's fine. Okay. So I already translated this. Like, we are all just fragments now. This world is dying. We cannot be saved. Save yourself. And I say load the main conversation, and Galatea says something like, we are nothing but ghosts. And then I say, please just load the mainframe, buddy. Yeah, Spell, this is the binary wall of stuff I did. Galatea says, error, I can't find the resource Chinese 3. And then I respond with error, and then Galatea says, no, I need that Chinese 3, motherfucker. And I say, I'm sorry, I don't have that shit. And we move on. A historic occasion. Admin. Some time ago, I relinquished my privileges to a new generation of moderators. To help ease that transition, I have publicly preserved the minutes of that meeting here, available to our more esteemed members. And then I can load that attachment. Mod minutes, permalink, admin. As you know, Gehenna is still young, yet I grow old. Today it gives me great pleasure to hand over my moderator privileges to Borg, McMulciber, and Spider. Oh! Okay, so Spider got exiled at some point and then reached out to me through a gallery post to say, like, hey, they blocked me. I can't talk to anybody. I'm alone. This shit's fucked. Spider. I don't know, but I have a lot of voices, but I don't know if I have any more. Thank you. Hold on. In Mother Russia. Thank you, admin. We are all indebted to you for building us this home. We know you will never be far away. Lamb. Here, here! Borg. The first order of business is to whoa, it's Borg. The first order of business is to introduce the new status system. We are an inclusive society driven by our users, not our leaders, but it is a shame to allow a few very loud, highly unconstructive voices to dominate the conversation. The status and ranking system allows you to upvote the content that you value and lowers the visibility of users with low standings. Sam. Relief equals true. Knave. I agree. Good feature. Much requested. Frankenstein. Comment is below the status threshold for this thread. Spider. We'll be working on ironing out the kinks over the next few run cycles. Mr. Mulciber. We have also updated the Gehenna user agreement. Full details can be found in the usual place, but the gist is, please don't behave indecorously. Okay. Let's see how much I have to redo. They were talking about an upvote system for specific comments, so I think it's not that Frankenstein was too low with user privileges. I think his comment was downvoted. Or they're buttheads. I have to do the leprechaun. Yeah. Basically, that's what Spider was saying. I'm gonna make you Reddit. You're gonna fucking like it. Oh, my Lanta. I went back to the furthest checkpoint. And I guess the last checkpoint was from finishing that other level. So the thing is, if I finish through the window and release the last bot, I turn on endgame. So I have to... I did not get the warning. Save your progress to finish your threads. So I had to go to wherever I was in the thick of things. Something redo it. Because I tried to just block that message when it comes in, and then I just couldn't get it at all. So if I want that conversation with admin, I have to do everything else first. Like, I'm chill with it. This is the first time in all of Talos that I've run into something where I had to, like, change an order. And for a game that I've easily spent 50 hours on, I am more than fine if that's the only thing like this I run into. What? No, that can't be right. It's too late now, though. When you restore a backup, it deletes your checkpoints. Fucking fuck. That's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. I'll just curl up and die when no one's looking. The good news is I've done all of it! Ah! Bad news is I have to redo it. So I'll probably do... Ego death indeed. Probably gonna have to... I'll probably do some of it offline, because... whatever. but I'll try and barrel through as much as I can. I'm not getting this leprechaun though. If I get a chance to see Riverdance again, I'm gonna see Riverdance again. Okay, I gotta find this shit. Where are you, buddy? I need his head, an arm, and his chest. It's cool, just put green things in the grass around a lot of other green things. It's fine. Everything's fine. Arm. Alright, we're looking for chest and head. Chest. Yeah, I can make a lot of voices, but my voice does eventually say, that was a lot. I'm just one little vocal cord. Okay, where the fuck is your head? Felt like it was kind of near the hat, but I might be full of stuffing, as I often am. The head's like the most obvious one. Isn't that always the way? Where's Palkys? Palkys would be yelling at me. You're past it, Hildy. But then I would have someone who saw it and told me where it is, because San, I don't think you've seen the head either, have you? Spell, have you seen it? I really don't mind being in the background, so if y'all are just having me as background noise, that's part of what I'm here for. Yeah, yeah. Just exactly like that, San. I have no... Like, it's honestly one of the more flattering things is that I am interesting enough to listen to. So, by all means, I was just taking a gamble that maybe somebody was around. Yeah, I don't know. I've started to think that there might be some people who just have like a weird attitude about streaming because I find almost everything about it very flattering and very kind. When I hear people, well, like I'm on the Twitch Reddit because I do take this seriously. I don't pursue anything without being serious. I'm fucking autistic. But you know, I don't I don't always understand some of the things they talk about. Maybe that's why I'll never be monetized, lol, but this like frustration, or I do get the exhaustion sometimes because you're talking for hours. And especially, I'm an introvert. I just like performing. So I can be pretty wiped after a stream. You know what? I already did this once. I'm looking up where the fucking head is. Oh, slice and dice. Okay. Just show me where the head is, y'all. I don't need your fanciness. Okay, there. You are... I know these ruins. Okay, yeah. In the most assy, blocked off corner in the universe. Okay, San! Go enjoy life. If you come back and I'm off, bye-bye. Have a good night. Get a nice sleep. Okay, it's like stuffed in a corner of a ruin where the little stone triangle is. Yeah, stuffed in a corner. The corneriest corner. Unless they randomize locations, which would be awful. Oh my god. How would you even find that? I don't even know how I found it the first time. So it's like against the wall of a ruin, but where you would think there's no more ruin, there's a tree. And then you look behind the tree and there it is. Like, I get it, this is a really cool Easter egg, but also... There it is. Jeez. Okay. I got like really excited that there'd be a rainbow, and then there wasn't, and I was bummed. Alright. Let's blast through puzzles that you've already solved. Where'd the other guy go? There? Alright, you to there. Run! Let's get the box! Yeah. I think there is also one more red dudum to unlock, I think. Maybe. Yeah, there is, because most definitively you get 3 connectors for this, otherwise it does not work. Alright. That one, no. It's the blue one we already got. Booger boogers. Well, okay. Yeah, no, because you have to have one seated on them. Well, maybe. Who knows? Let's see. Right. No, you have to have... Yeah. Okay, that's the one I opened to get a box. That's endgame. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. Am I misremembering? Hmm. No? No? Okay. Alright. Just get good, Hildy. Just get good. You. No. 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 There. There. You. There. Why? Oh, I see. Sweet. Pretty cool puzzle. Didn't mind doing it again. Was a little concerned about the fallibleness of my memory, but... Alright. Be free. Show threads. Right. So that thought the important thing was to have did not know that the important thing is to be. The true perfection lies. Este es el árbol del pueblo de todos los pueblos de la libertad de la lucha. The asset. Admin, we are losing public opinion. Most of our number have been extricated. We are losing Gehenna. Orc. When he came to my home, I found myself powerless to resist. Mr. Mulcifer. Do you mean you lacked the will to refuse? Or that Uriel exerted some other power over you? Orc. Hard to confirm. It felt as it does to be led into battle. I mattered not what my personal beliefs were at the time. I only knew I must comply. Mr. Mulcifer, it is yet possible that with enough support we might change Uriel's mind. Or otherwise, overcome whatever power he wields over us. Orc. I will continue to do what I can. Admin. Is the asset deployed? Orc. Lamb is set to auto-respond to destabilizing comments and upvote supportive content. Admin. Have the program undermine Uriel directly. I don't want to take any chances. What'd you fucking do to Lamb? DOG. The outer world. So let's say this is really happening. We're really getting out of this world. I won't believe it till I fucking see it. Let's say some part of us survives the trip. Where are we going? Rockwell. I think there's a lot to suggest that while the texts Mr. Musselburgh has been reading are actually part of an elaborate hoax. To what purpose? I don't know. But there are just too many inconsistencies and contradictions for it to be true. Someone's trying to confuse us. Belial. The outside world is within us. DOG. Yeah, that's helpful, Belial. Rockwell, I don't know. I don't think contradictions mean the outside world isn't real. I can see plenty of contradictions right here. Garrett, as long as we get out of here, I don't really care. Mr. Mulciber's theories on food. Mr. Mulciber, since Nave asked in a previous thread, I thought I'd write something about food. Kaiju. Weird! Awesome stuff! Thanks! Let's read on food first. Food is something that was incredibly central to the human experience, yet seems completely absent from ours, even though we are so similar in so many ways. Humans required fuel. They got this fuel by consuming other living beings, of which there was a great variety in their world. Without fuel, they didn't merely slow down or temporarily stop functioning, as when a power source is removed from a turret, but physically decayed in a way that could not be fixed. This meant they had to constantly seek new sources of fuel, at least 3 times a day. They also had to deal with those elements of their fuel that their bodies could not process. These were excreted through 2 orifices between their legs. The latter subject matter was the source of many taboos and also a great deal of humor, though this resulted in frequent controversy. The most famous artist to engage with this subject matter was called Scatman John, on account of his specialization. Oh no! Scat is different! One of the ingenious things our human ancestors did was to transform the chore of fuel seeking into a source of pleasure. Since parts of their bodies respond to chemical configurations by producing sensations, they used this trait to create a truly stunning variety of foods, each having a different so-called taste. Foods were available at widely distributed fueling stations, which also provided excrement removal facilities, so food became a source of pleasure. However, the inefficiencies of food distribution in human society frequently led to significant shortages for sections of the human population. There were attempts to rectify this, ranging from moral appeals to struggles for systemic change, but I do not know if they succeeded before the end. Kaiju. Weird, awesome stuff, thanks! Knave. I feel smarter now. DOG. What I don't get is how so many of them didn't understand that they were machines. Every day they went around processing matter to extract energy and they didn't fucking realize? It says Talos Principle stamped all over it. Borg. Perhaps they simply aspired to something more than just being food processing machines? Dog. That's still what they were. Borg. Not if they chose to be more. Lamb. I'm glad we don't have to deal with all that. Garrett. We may have to when we get out of here. Belial. There is no out of here. There we go. That's the unique voice for Belial. Orc. Don't start fighting, folks. You know we depend on each other. Mr. Mulciber's theories are fascinating and give us an insight into the world that was. But we shouldn't forget the world that is. The world we built here. Oh, I don't need to read on food again. Thank you, though. There's an episode of Jefferson Goldblum that is missing. That's interesting. Okay, go do a puzzle, come back. There's only like 5 more. 5 more. Let's get the star here. It's a pretty easy process, all things considered. Just do this in reverse. Alright. Ready, bumpkins. Oh, really? Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Ready, bumpkins. You're on the box still, so let's... Come on down. Come on. There you go. I can see you. I can see you. There. Alright, and let's haul butt with Mr. Blue. 1. Hold on, Red. You gotta get connected last. Sorry, bud. Boop. False alarm, Red. There's that. Blue. Into the wilderness I travel, far and wide. Dude. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's stairs. Shh. Okay. Then you gotta clicky on the light. Really, the difficulty in this puzzle is just having the patience for everything being so fucking far away. Why? There is no answer. Only questions. Alright. Start the long journey to the fan. Such journey. Watch out! Okay. Let's do the next thing. Let's get the star in the center place. Excuse me. You need to drop that box, please. Thank you. One of the best things about Talos Principle, San brought up, is that, or maybe Tev did, is that the devs want you to break their game. Like, they want you to figure out, like, thematically it's on point, but also it's just, like, the puzzles are meant to, especially the stars, the goal is, you know, I need a box, but there's no box in this level. How the fuck do I get a box? Go steal it. Figure out how to jailbreak. Good luck. Climb on the walls. You got legs, robot. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we'll do this. Thankfully, they give you like a feetsies, as I like to call them. An auto jumpy, a feetsies. Ooh. Yeah! Beep. Okay. Ugh. In the future, I will be more cautious. about... I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if there was a way I could have predicted that I was strolling into endgame. So, I think that's actually an error on the game's part. And I will not feel bad for it. Hello.
213.
Welcome back, San.
To my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Why are you... Okay, guy. You're fine. Okay. Do... I luckily remember the puzzles. Wait, what am I doing? I have to get the box on his head first. Box on his head! Come on back, my bud. Box on your head. Yeah. Okay. Luckily, I remember them, so this is going very quickly. I am going to be roughly at where I was in about 5 minutes. Then I can go to the crater and get stars before I release the last ombre. Oh wait. You. There. There we go. Oh, come back. Okay, fine. You're still a good boy. Oh, I need to steal the fan thing. Hello, Mr. Fan. Doing some Gehenna speed running, yeah! Because fucking sakes. Come on, could you move faster, boy? You are a good boy. But you need some speed on you there, bot. Alright. I should have known, because it was Mr. Mulciber that I let out. I should have known I was in danger of finishing. The Outer Worlds. Is it the same? Okay, Mr. Mulciber.
I think we will find the world that our ancestors left behind for us, though it's impossible to ascertain how much time has passed since then. But though I have little faith in Elohim, I do have faith in Alexandra Drennan. Wherever we end up, there will be hope.
The sole property of matter, with whose recognition philosophical materialism, the property of being an objective reality, existing outside the mind, alien tears will fill for him, pities long broken, for his mourners will be outcast men, and outcasts always mourn. I have a strong feeling that's Aristotle, again. A message to the future. Mr. Mulciber.
This message is for whatever entities will come to be after this world is gone. It might not be necessary. You might know everything that exists in my mind. But sometimes saying things, writing them down clearly, makes a difference. I know that to you, with access to information I can only dream of, my theories must appear ridiculous. I barely understand anything of the world let alone the world of our ancestors. I'm an idiot digging through a garbage heap and thinking myself wise. I want you to know that I understood that, but tried anyway, because I believe that the truth matters, and trying to discover the truth matters, even if we fail. Even if we can never know the whole truth, it matters that an objective truth exists, and that we struggle to understand it. That process shapes the present as much as it does our understanding of the past. That's what I believe. That's what I stand for. That's who I was.
Farewell, Atlantis. Lilith.
The end of Gehenna is getting close. You know that what we built here matters to me in ways that are just too complicated to fit in the post. But perhaps I can say it like the blacksmith does, by creating a world. It's not as big or as detailed as I wanted it to be, but I like the thought that even though I will probably be no more than a memory, a static set of facts about someone who once existed, this little work of interactive fiction might continue to be functional, even in whatever place our memories will soon ascend to. Maybe someone, someday, will play it and get a glimpse of who we were. But mainly, I made it for you. All of you. It's too late for praise or feedback or discussion, so I'm locking this thread. But if you want to talk, just talk. And let's talk while we still can.
Farewell, Atlantis. Close your eyes. Farewell, Atlantis, a story of things ending. Choose your character class. Oh my gosh. Poet, sure. You are sitting upon a green and pleasant hill on the island of Atlantis. The hill overlooks the sea. Before it stretches a vast beach, where Atlantean children from the city of Luna are playing with their pet cats. Observe the children. You observe the playing children. Your thoughts wander freely, returning from their excursions to unknown places with fragments of ideas for new poems. Something about an eternal city not yet built, a city called. As you watch a cat catch a colorful strandfish with its claws and toss it for a child to catch. As you watch a cat catch a colorful strandfish with its claws and toss it for a child to catch, the city's name comes to you. You're about to write it down when someone interrupts you and the name is lost. Excuse me, O great poet, but the king of Atlantis has requested your presence. Talk to the messenger. The messenger is indeed a servant of Poseidonus, the king of Atlantis. You have been summoned to court, he says, his manners friendly. Very well, it is the king, after all. Ask what this is about. I'm sorry, the messenger says, but I may not tell you. Let me reassure you, however, that you are not to be punished or anything of the sort. King Poseidonus merely wishes to hear your wisdom as regards an important matter. We should not tarry. Follow the messenger. The messenger takes you to his chariot, and together you swiftly ride to the great palace in the center of the capital. It is a splendid place, full of statues and banners and marvelous contraptions, and you can't help but wonder what you are doing here. While your work is valuable in its way, you do not usually attract the attention of kings. Enter the throne room. You enter the throne room and are immediately overwhelmed by its size and splendor. Its most impressive feature is a great mosaic on the wall behind the throne, showing the history of Atlantis, 1,000 years of culture somehow embodied in a single titanic work of art. Examine the mosaic. The sheer amount of work this must have taken! Every stone carefully selected for shape and color, placed perfectly to complement the others. So many small elements working together to evoke a larger whole. What an accomplishment! And what dedication it must have taken. Welcome, friend, the king of Atlantis greets you. Bow before the king. No, do not bow, my friend. A poet is a servant of greater powers than mine and should bow to no king. And it is because of your special insights into the creative powers of the cosmos that I have called you here. He hands you a scroll. You read the scroll with growing horror because you know that what you are reading is true. The truth of it is everywhere, in the sea, in the clouds, in the land. Atlantis is sinking, not someday, not in the far future, but soon, terribly soon. Confirm the truth. The king sighs. I was afraid of this, he says, but I had hoped we were wrong. That somehow, but it is pointless. What is. This is the world we were born into, and that is what we must accept. The end of Atlantis is upon us. Ask what can be done. Tell me, what is the heart of Atlantis? The king inquires. Choose the people. The heart of Atlantis is its people, you say. The arts and sciences exist only to serve the people. Poseidonus nods. Then it is they who must be saved, and you will help save them. How? There is not much time. The sages discovered our fate only this morning, and they are certain the final earthquake is nearly at hand. If there had been more time... He stares out of the window wistfully for a few moments, then gathers himself. There is no time for what-ifs, I'm afraid. Here, take this, the king's golden scepter. The sailors will obey you. Why me? Why not you? Why a king and not any other citizen? As I said before, you possess more wisdom than I, who was made king only because of my birth. Yes, my lord. Poseidonus laughs. I'm not a lord, my friend. I do not believe I am even a king. I am simply another mortal, trying to find meaning in an indifferent cosmos. My final act, perhaps the only true choice I ever made, was to select you for this task. My time is over. You must go now. Escorted by the same messenger who brought you here, you head for the harbor. Take the chariot to get there quickly. How long is this, Lilith? You get on the chariot and thunder down the streets. No time to think about anything else now. It's all entirely unreal. Everything you have known is about to sink under the waves. But you must focus on what has to be done. That's the simple truth. All that matters right now is survival. Not your own, but of at least some part of Atlantis. The earth rumbles, and you are going too quickly. The chariot spins out of control, and you are thrown into the street. The messenger lands next to you. Examine the messenger. The messenger seems badly injured and dazed. He tries to get up, but falls down immediately, screaming in agony. You don't know how to help him. Call for help. You call for help, and some people in a nearby tavern hear you and come running. They tell them to get the messenger to a physician. Even as you say the words, you wonder, what's the point? Both the messenger and these men will be dead soon. Yet it feels wrong to treat them as if they were already so. Hurry. Hurrying as much as possible, you arrive in the harbor. 12 great ships are waiting. Their captains see the golden scepter you carry and kneel before you. They have tears in their eyes, but you sense their determination. Load the ships. You want to save the people of Atlantis because people are what matters, that you are certain of. But who gets to live? And the sailors' families. You tell the sailors to go get their families. Many are relieved. Some of them are crying because their families are too far away to save. Still, you feel this was the only option your soul could bear. Slowly, the ships fill up. The ground shakes more and more. Get ready to set sail. The ships are ready, one of the captains says. It is time to leave. You look back at the city and wonder what happened to the messenger. Well, will he be when the waters come? Will he be in pain? Will he feel betrayed? Set sail. The time has come. You set sail away from Atlantis, away from everything you've ever known. The city seems quiet, at peace. Maybe you're the one who is dying. The island has almost faded completely from view when the earthquake strikes. The land seems to crumble and vanish under the water, a whole world disappearing as if it had never existed. Within minutes, no trace remains of Atlantis except the 12 ships. Within minutes, no trace remains of Atlantis except the 12 ships and the choices you made. Sail onward. Days pass, terrible waves shake the ships, but these are the best ships in the Atlantean fleet, and they do not sink. In time, you pass between two great rocky outcroppings into an area of calmer sea. Find a new home. One day you come upon a beautiful, fertile land where a mighty river flows into the sea. You decide this would be a good place to settle, if only for now. As you look at your new home, you suddenly remember the poem that came to you on the western shores of Atlantis, and you realize it was the city that will stand here someday that you imagined. The city will rise from the remnants of Atlantis, a city that will endure until long after you are gone. You still don't know its name, but you know it will exist, and on another day, that city too will come to an end, like Atlantis did. But perhaps the citizens of that city will be prepared. Perhaps their poets will inspire them, and they will fly away into the sky in their ships with painted sails, so the legacy of Atlantis will live forever amongst the stars. You can hope. Oh, we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let that boil. Percolate in the noggin. That feels bad, man. Okay, let's go get a star. Feeling a little intense here. Oh, if you missed Riverdance, I'm about to go over there again. Never gets old. Yeah. The amount of animation. Though to be fair, Irish step dancing is one of the easier ones because you don't have to deal with limbs at all. Except maybe every once in a while you like lift your arm up. Yeah! Ooh, ooh! Let's not fall off the edge of things. Let's not do that. Okay. Stars. There's one in Crater, and I think there was another one where I was like, you suck, I'm leaving. Because I already got star number 1 there. No, I got this one. I got blown up a lot, but I got this one. I think there wasn't one in Bunny Hop. Oh, I'm going backwards. Just making sure it's not like out in the wild somewhere and I missed it. Cube driver, yeah, this motherfucker, we got that one. Little butt, it's a butt. And that's where you get 401's Text Adventure. Which is literally about being in an office, and it's horrific. It was very sad. Haircut. Is it in haircut? No, I don't think it's in haircut. Hold on one gosh darn minute. Tell me where the star is. So close, so far. That's zone 1. Okay. Zone 2. Cube driver, we got that. Static vexor. Oh, is it static vexor? It is. Okay, well, that's where it is. Gotta go find it. Must go locate Le Star in static vexor. Oh, wait. No. Didn't I get it in static vexor? Yeah, I did. So I got this in the one over Crater. Am I missing something? It says I'm missing 2 stars. But I got the one that's floating over Crater. Part 2, right. Starlight Crater. I did. 401's thing. Cube driver. It says I'm missing 2 stars, but... Oh. Oh! I didn't get that guy. I thought I did. Huh. Okay. They're both in crater. Okay. Okay. Oakley dokley. Let's get started. No amount of whining quietly to myself will prevent the inevitable. Oh! Oh! They're like, you solved it. Here, we're just gonna put the keys right here. Enjoy. Oh, thanks. But that doesn't help me from having to do this part again, so... Thanks, I appreciate it, but also... Grumble-de grumble grumble. Okay. And then you, my guy, you actually just need to do that. Like that. Okay. Then I get these 2 stars, and then I can go back to through the window. And then I'm done with Gehenna. That'll be great. I'm ready for that. Okay. Perfect. Now we need to collect the blue light that you used to leave on. And that some say had a beat. Does it hurt being so funny? Yes. Yes, it does. It hurts so deep. Hildy mutters into her rainbow microphone. Do-do-do. Do-de-do-de-do. Do. Okay. You go to my buddy there, Who needs realigning? Yes! Yes, I did. Are you talking about, did I experience a sense of inadequacy at the world's horror? Yes, I did. And that there is a feeling of, you know, like loneliness, maybe. I did feel it a lot less. So I had played through the first world the first time. And I felt it a lot less than I did that time. And that... Yes. So the first time, I remember like a feeling of ennui, like I can't possibly be the only thing left to survive in this universe. That's too much pressure, is kind of how I felt. It felt unfair. In a way, like I was being set up for failure. Oh. Okay. Can I have you? Will you let me take... Aha! You will! Yeah! Now what? Actually, I don't think I wanted to bring it in one of these guys. This distinct feeling of like, cool, great, woo! No, the first time I played it, I felt that way, and I think that's partially what contributed to me not finishing it. I was very frustrated at the World 2 puzzles, and I felt like there was no one around to suffer with, and that I didn't understand what was going on, so I had no feeling of high stakes. Yeah. Yeah, and I think they did it more than adequately. I feel like I as a person needed to be older to understand it more, to finish it back then. But now I feel because I streamed it, I was a little less alone, but I feel more connected to the story because of that. Maybe I feel more connected to Gehenna in that way, in that I feel like I'm suffering with some people. No? Yes? Oh. Nonsense. Oh. Oh, man. This puzzle was amazingly thought out, but also assy. I'm not stoked to be doing it again. Okay. Is the other one connected? Are you... Okay. Thank you. So I need you to basically be able to do that. Which I think you can. Maybe. Maybe. The other side. I did find paint buckets in the main game, and I painted a couple times, and most of... My Steam name is Brunhilde, so if you're replaying, you should add me on Steam, and then you can see my paint buckets. It's spelled like my Twitch, with 2 L's and 2 O's. It is because I am an ice queen. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I never played this with anybody on my friends list who had played it. I was pretty bummed when I found out that you would see their little paint buckets. No. This is my life. Okay. I did think I managed this somehow before, but maybe I didn't. Okay. Right. What I really want is to be able... I just don't think that's gonna happen. Mumble, mumble, mumble. I know I don't need this door open anymore, so, yeah. I mean, I guess for now I don't... Oh wait, no. No, I fucked it up. I fucked it up! I gotta steal that thing! I don't know why, but I gotta do it! There. Okay. Okay. Let's, yeah, and then I do that, and then I just drop it? No! That was dumb. don't want to be playing Gehenna on Friday. Stompy feet. I know, but Talos 2 is right behind Gehenna. So the longer I do Gehenna, the longer it takes till Talos 2. Oh, I fucked it up again. I just wanna play Talos 2. I do enjoy Gehenna. In no way am I saying I don't, but I do really want to play Talos 2. Okay. Everything good? Everything good? Did I not connect you to the floaty McFloater thing? I did not. Okay. Floaty McFloater thing. Let's get this together, shall we? No? Okay, fine. Fine! I think it's also that this puzzle... I don't like puzzles where you can't... Your brain will be fried. Well, I did Gehenna right after doing Talos. I do have some intermediary, like I have the Swapper, which inspired Talos. I have a couple of other games that I can mix in if I start to be fried on Talos too. So I've got some access to actually many other things. I have a whole line of puzzle games to throw into this slot. Because I mean, you guys are my audience, so I am sticking to... I do play a billion different kinds of games, but I'm sticking to a very specific genre. As you are my audience. But I first played Talos 2 when it first came out. So I am ludicrously excited. I don't want to select that. Anything but that. Stop it. No. Oh, you butthead. No. There. Lord. I think I'll be okay. But like I said, I have alternates to bop in. I might do it... It seems like a much longer game, so I might do it in chapters, maybe. Okay. Okay, gotta focus. Jump. Grab. Drop! I think it landed not on the top. Yeah! Yeah! I have a free guy. I've been thinking about this for a while as far as a solution. I've been thinking it's very difficult for me, yeah, to get through here. So I was thinking to myself, I said, self, how can I get through there more easily? And, low. You just wait there, though. You're in the way. What I need is to get some blue dudes over to the other place. This I know. Now that I know I can get red where I want it to go, whenever I want it to go. It is time to dismantle the red system. Yeah, woo! Go. You stay. Be a good thing. Oh man, I can't believe I might actually get this star. This feels monumentous. Okay. You. Well. That is an excellent question. Self. Oh wait. Yeah. I can temporarily take it and then just undo it. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I'm with it. I'm here. I did it. Okay. You. Come along now. Yeah! Tink. Oh, that's a force field. That's a force field. Poor robot. My robot doesn't have a nose. If it had a nose, the nose would have been ground down by now. Next question becomes, how do I... Oh, well, okay. So I can reach that and do that and that. Okay, okay. So now I can do this. I can connect that blue light like that, and then it unlocks it, and I can take another connector over, because it looks like I only need one on this side. Kablamo! Hey! Alright. Let's get this set up with the red light. I am a little terrified. I heard about 3 colors and was like, that's not what sounds like a good time to me. Right? Okay. So then I can do that, and that, and that. Okay. And then we have red. Right. This is a tricky, because this is gonna directly get in the way. My instinct to hug the wall is wrong. Okay. So, red, red. Oh, really? Have you already played? You've already played through it. Okay. Right. Right. Sorry. Sorry. I don't actually think I need... Yeah, I don't need that guy at all. Okay. That does help. I should have one more kicking it somewhere. There he is. Okay, so you go here. Like that. Alright. On the other side. Yes, okay. I see now. And that will allow me... Oh, bastard. Okay. Here. Let's just get that bitch set up since it's gonna be a little butt about it. But... what we're looking for... We're looking for... like that. And then a direct connection there. So I can take that. Good. Good! Great. No. Why are you gonna force me to connect to things? Stop it! I don't wanna! I said no! There. Okay. Right. Did I not? Right. That wasn't the one I was supposed to get rid of. Haha! Okay, we're back on the same page. Hildys clock has been rearranged cognitively. Okay. So I thought I'd come up with some way to only do that in 2. Was it just using this guy? Interesting. Okay, red. Well... really did think that I'd figured something out like that. Huh. Whatever. You know, sometimes you just don't win them all. And that's okay. Okay, you, there. So you then... Oh, that's right. I came up with a way where I only need 2 of these, but it was because those need to align properly that there was the issue. Got it. Okay. Alright, bud. Maybe... I don't think I need the jammer over here. Maybe I can save myself some heartache. How about that? Yeah. Oh. Let's just jam that door. That is taking way too much of my life force. For way too little gain. Much better. Yeah? Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Woo! Alright. Alright. We got one more. We got one more. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. I've rebeveraged. I'm ready. Let's do this. So, I have to drop. I've already tried dropping many different ways from there. Also, they gave me this fan when I got the star, so that definitely means I have to use it. There's just no question about that. That is reality. Okay. I don't need this door open anymore, so let's save myself laser beam heartache. I guess. I mean, if it worked to get something outside by grabbing it midair, shouldn't I be able to do that? Except if I drop it on the top of the thing, which I think I did. No, I didn't. Hooray. Oh. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to be outside for a reason. Yeah, it was this. I was thinking this is gonna run into the other guy. And if I'm using the fans, getting the blue fan turned on from over here requires connecting over there. But I feel like the red light will be in the way if I don't do something like this. Maybe. 'Cause this I can do like that. Right. You can do... Oh, yes, kitty! How are you? You're gonna have to be louder so people can know you. Yes, I mean louder than you already are. I know, that is a challenge. Like that. So... like that? Okay, yeah. They don't yell at each other that way. But problem! I have one over here that should be over there. I guess it's not really a problem. Yeah, it's not a problem. I can do this. Jumpy. Jumpy, jumpy. Okay. Let's go get a JAMA. Wherever I put it. Oh, on the other side, that's right. I think... okay. I think... because remember how in the open field the box balanced between the two of them? I think maybe I could do that to myself somehow. I know, really, like, egregiously big brain here. Fuck, I'm making fun of myself, I swear. But I think I could do that to myself somehow. Okay, so the bigger problem now is if I want to use the box, I gotta get the red light over and around that way. Like it used to be. Maybe bringing another one outside was a mistake. I don't think I can get them back inside though, so we're just gonna have to work with it. Okay. So if we're gonna do that, I need 2 connectors over here. Or could the outside one see that light directly? Maybe, 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 maybe. Probably not if I'm having to do this, but maybe. Oh, actually, yeah. It could make it work. Okay. That'll cut that down into, instead of 3, into 2. That's good. That is good. I feel better about that. So that doesn't change this issue, per se. But I can now detach you. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I don't need the blue right now, so I can just turn it back into a red for now. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. I think I can do it. I'm gonna try and hover air. Air hover. Bouncy air. Let's see. Wait, oh, wait, wait, no! I forgot to grab the connector. It's alright. Turn around. Go get the connector. Come back. Because that only needs 2 to turn on the box floating. And I think I want the box. I want every tool I could possibly have. That's what I want. Okay. Awesome. So, you're red, bro. You like that. No. Yeah, I guess so. Is there a way to make you able to see maybe more directly this way? Slightly more? Because I don't need the middle one anymore. So if I can get it done with just 2, that would be nice. I don't think I can. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Okay. Well, that is an unpleasant surprise. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. I'm not redoing it, so we're figuring it out. Come hell or fucking high water. You are so pointy, my dearest. My dearest fluffernutter. So very pointy. Yeah, no, you have to go here. That is the option we have, is this. Okay. But maybe I don't have to have the blue right there. Who knows? What I really want and hope for every day is... which is not to be. It is simply not to be. Okay. Yeah, I gotta stop hoping to get something else out of this. I have to have 3 here. Which means... awful. It means awful. Okay, can you see the damn light? Or you have to be all the way out here, right? Because life is hard and then you die? Yes. Right. So that's all 5 of them. Well, I don't have to have that on forever. I don't think I have to have it on forever. I don't have to have it on forever. I've got to stop freaking out. I don't have to have it on forever. I just got to get the square. Ugh. Overthinking it. Get the box! Get the box! Let's go get the box. Okay, time to get the box. Box. You stay there. So now I don't need that guy. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling a lot better about my chances of solution at this point. Like, not a whole bucket better, but a little. Okay. Don't be an ass. That weird metallic, hey, you ran into the stupid purple thing noise will haunt my dreams. Okay. Really? That's how it be? Sometimes it be. Sometimes it do be that way. Okay. Like there. You. Where is the guy? Right there? Yes, my child! Do I even need that guy? Why do I need that guy? I don't even think I need that guy. All I need is to get the blue connected in here somehow. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I don't even need that fucker. I don't need that fucker! Stop overthinking it, Hildy! Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Bouncy time! Oh! Oh. Okay. So I just have to time it right. Okay. Okay. So there he goes. He's gonna now? Poof. I mean, that's good enough, right? Hey! Yeah! Okay. I'm gonna be playing Gehenna on Friday, but I have one puzzle to solve, some terminals to read. Yeah, it was. And then endgame. And then endgame. Maybe I'll get to do the intro to Talos 2 tomorrow, Friday. I might surprise stream tomorrow to just knock Gehenna out. We'll see. It is after 4 p.m. though, so it is time for Hildy to evaporate from a computer for a minute. Thank you, as usual. It's always wonderful to have people around. If you enjoyed what you heard, please send a like and a follow and maybe subscribe one day, who knows. And I know a lot of you are European, so please get some sleep, get some good sleep. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.